Now we're going straight into our first topic ambapo tunaongea kuhusu blood donation. And I want to start with the first question. Watu wangapi hapa wameshai donate blood? Oh. Very nice.
Kuna mtu ameinua half.
For sure.
We have tried, but they always say I don't have enough.
Sijai kupata mtu anataka ama kupatana mtu anaitaka.
In Kenya every 10 minutes kuna mtu anahitaji blood. So it doesn't have to be someone.
Okay, in fact now you should ask for those who have donated, did you donate to someone you know ama your blood bank?
No, what you do is just donate, and then they have a bank apparently, so they keep it in the bank, and when they need it they just retrieve it and use it.
Alafu ulidonate ukiwa high school. Unajua siku hizi high school ni lazima. High school.
Yeah, nikiwa high school na pia after high school.
Oh, so okay. Voluntarily.
Yeah.
I had a query on that because most of the time people donate blood and there is blood in blood bank. But the problem is every time you take a patient to hospital, you are asked for blood. What normally happens? You don't understand.
Okay, we're privileged to have some two experts on blood donation here in the Matatu today. Could you please introduce yourselves and tell us what you do and then answer his question?
Okay, my name is Grace. I'm a nursing officer. I work at the National Blood Bank. I deal specifically with blood donor services.
My name's Daniel Kinambuga. I also work with the blood bank in Nairobi. I'm actually a technologist mwenye ana ensure hiyo damu kitambo wakati mumetoa before we release it to the hospital, at least it has met requirements zote.
Blood ikitolewa ina expire after 35 days. Sasa unaona labda umetoa once, si ndio? Na hii ni bank. So mtakana kama ni mwanaume unatoa after every 3 months, alafu ladies after every 4 months, si ndio? Sasa kama umetoa once ukaenda ukaishia, so next time ukikam maybe after 2 years unaitaka, unaona itakuwa a bit tricky. The ladies we have other issues, men they don't have so many issues, so it's like they usually have their blood throughout, si ndio? Lakini men, so unaona men do you have
strong. Yes.
Yeah,
They normally don't have any blood waste.
They don't have it.
na hiyo blood waste kuna ile tunasemanga red cell concentration. Ukiangalia kwa ya wanaume inakuanga slightly higher kuliko ya wanawake. So generally wanaume are considered to have more blood than the ladies.
Most of the time when we take our patients to the hospital, you are being questioned or you are being asked, you give your own blood for the fellow you have taken to the hospital to be given that new blood. So if that's the tendency, then why is the point of making the bank?
As long as the blood bank has been in existence, hatujawahi kutimiza or meet the requirements of the nation. Kwa hivyo Wakenya huwa wanatoa around 52% of the blood that is required.
What are the requirements?
The requirement as per now is around 240,000 units of blood. Now in the last few years we have just managed around 120,000 units of blood. So what happens wakati mgonjwa wako wako hospitali, ameenda hospitali labda anahitaji blood, maybe wako na moja from a voluntary donor who donated, and if your patient needed blood urgently, hiyo moja yenye iko kwa sababu hiyo imeshakuwa processed, it is safe for transfusion, hiyo atapewa. Alafu wewe utaambiwa because blood bank haina damu ya kutosha, hakuna Wakenya wengine wamevolunteer kudonate, so utafute relatives wale wako healthy wakuje wa donate, ndio labda mgonjwa wako afaidike.
What are some of the myths ambazo umeshaisikia about donating your blood?
There's this fear of AIDS. Most people fear that. There are some religions like Jehovah's Witness always believe that somebody else's blood is another life. That when you are added blood, you are being added another life. You change.
So you live longer.
No, you become a different person. So they don't consent to blood transfusion.
Asa wanaogopa hiyo sindano, si Juni.
Kuna mtu najua anaogopa. Sitamsema anajitoa.
For now, let's watch a small insert ambayo tumetayarisha ikiwa na maelezo zaidi, then we'll be back to the debate. Now we're here at the National Blood Transfusion Center.
Yeah, aka NBTC.
Okay, you will come up now to saizi. Anyway, we are here to see if we are eligible to donate blood.
Ama hatuwezi make.
Ama hatuwezi.
But we are hoping to pass that exam. We are eligible.
Are you feeling a bit nervous?
No.
Then you're breathing heavy. I'm a bit nervous because I'm afraid of needles. Hello.
Hi.
We're here to donate some blood.
Karibuni. Please have a seat over there. Someone will attend to you shortly.
All right, thank you.
Karibu.
They can't remove any other way
No,
without injections.
it has to be injected.
Like, how does it feel? I'm excited and a little nervous.
You're so nervous I can't hear you, JB.
Really?
Yes, really.
Yeah, we are one step closer. I really hope I'm eligible. I think it's a very honorable thing to do.
I think so too. I've never donated blood before. I'm nervous as can be. I'm also hoping, like JB, that I'm eligible because it's a noble thing to do. So we'll see.
She's afraid of needles.
Huh? Why didn't you say that to my face?
You are supposed to donate like 6 months from the last time you had your breastfeeding or you had the because so when you are breastfeeding you are not eligible to donate even though you are well. Now there was this part of the excretion process. It takes a bit of some time so that you can and then since you are unwell at the moment, okay, you could have fully recovered, but now you immediately still recovering from what you had went. But thank you for coming and having the big heart.
Dennis Makao Nyamai. Nimeona kuna hiyo blood donation campaign. Nikaona ni vizuri nikuje ni donate tena. Nisaidia wenye wana hiyo shida ya damu.
I've just come back from the counseling session, but unfortunately I'm not eligible to donate blood today because I'm breastfeeding, and when you're breastfeeding you're transferring some very important cells to the baby. So if I was to donate blood today, it would really weigh down on my body.
I've seen the counselor as well, but I'm not eligible to donate because I had food poisoning like 2 months ago, and since I was on antibiotics I have to wait 4 months before I come back. I really wished I did it though. Short tulianguka mtihani, but it's okay.
We are sorry bunch of potential blood donors. But we'll go back for our experts here. I had a couple of questions about this particular questionnaire. When you ask someone if they have lived with or had sexual contact with someone with yellow eyes or yellow skin, for example, or if they've had sexual activity with a person whose sexual background you do not know, do you think people can really answer those questions honestly?
Hepatitis is one of the conditions we test. That is, we call them transmissible infections. So that means that if you have hepatitis and maybe you donate blood, you can easily transmit it to somebody else. But if you had it, maybe you were exposed to that, we'll not allow you to go through the process, because if it happens to test positive, then it means we are not going to use that blood.
But are you tested before you donate the blood, or is your blood tested after you've already donated it?
After donation.
So my question is, just pause there. Mimi nimekuja metoa, then I test positive for, when say HIV. I've wasted a whole 100.
Hiyo damu yangu hata ingenisaidia for 2 months.
That's why what tunasema you'd rather be genuine. Every donor who donates, a majority of them what tunawaambia, because it's confidential information, at least we make effort ya kukuja to see the results, because they are confidential and they are only left in that, you saw, the counseling room.
Some people naturally fear to know their status.
Yes.
I mean, how do you come in and ask them, okay, are you positive or not? No. Some people actually even fear to go to hospital because these days it's a mandate.
If, for example, I'm sexually active, and I've written there, I've never tested for HIV, I'll go further and ask you, how are you sexually? Maybe how many partners do you have? If I can say I have 2 or 3, don't you think that I'm a risky donor?
Had cases kwenye hata kama mtu alidanganya, then it is tested and it is found to be positive. So such like blood, then we do not transfuse it.
Is there a cost attached to it? Maybe when a person is given blood, maybe in
Kenyatta National Hospital.
Ile damu imedonetiwa voluntarily by the public. All we do is to process it, to collect the blood and then come process it and group it and all that and make it available to the hospitals. Now what happens, the blood is given for free from the National Blood Transfusion Center. It's given for free to the mission hospitals, government hospitals and the parastatals like Kenyatta. But the private hospitals pay a minimal fee of 300 in a cost recovery fee for the blood bags.
What is the importance of donating blood?
It's very important because you never know who will receive the blood, the next person will receive the blood. It could be yourself, it could be your relative, it could be your friend.
It's better to know your blood group. So in case maybe you have a problem, you have got involved in an accident, when they want to give you the blood, it will be easy.
It's also healthy because it keeps our reproduction sites healthy. That's the bone marrow. Once they get to know that there's a slight reduction in the body cells, then they are activated to produce more.
Tumepata maoni ya watu hapa kwa Matatu, lakini kwa sasa we're taking it to the street tupate maoni huko, then we'll be right back.
Damu ni kitu muhimu juu sasa kama una damu huwezi ukatembea.
Mshipa ndio kama engine sasa inapiga hiyo mafuta. Hiyo damu ndio inatembesha mwili, ndio inafanya utembee, ufanye kazi na nguvu.
I have never donated blood, but then I think this idea of donation of blood is a good idea because it saves the life of the people.
Wenye wanatoa damu wanafanya vizuri, lakini mimi kwa upande wangu sijaitoa damu kwa mtu.
Mimi sijaitoa damu kwa sababu yani naona inaweza nidhuru.
Ina help organs kufanya kazi juu inapampiwa kutoka kwa heart to all other parts of the body ndio zaweza kufunction venye zinafaa.
For now we're going for a short break and we'll be right back.